internet. My name is Taliesin.
I'm Evitel.
And welcome to a WoW podcast. Obviously, episode number...
54.
54 it is! It's right! You did it right! We all did it right! We're rocking!
Yeah,
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh, wow. This is so lovely, isn't it?
It is.
Brilliant.
Shall we kick this off by saying Happy Thanksgiving to our American friends who celebrate today?
Gobble, gobble.
And for those
That's
of
how
you who
I
do
celebrate.
That, and for those of you who do that, that's also very welcome. I am in my fancy, I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner sweats.
And you're looking fine. You're looking
Thanks.
really good.
Thanks, babe.
Happy. I'm thankful for this podcast that I get to do with you. I'm thankful that you are cooking my family and yours a big Thanksgiving feast while I'm up here putting the finishing touches to the tier set video, which will come out before I come down and say hello to my family.
Yes, can't wait.
Tonight.
Tier set video incoming today.
I'm thankful for this cozy jumper and making the most of cozy jumpers before we go to Brazil next week. The next episode of this podcast will be from Brazil, probably from the Team Liquid house in Brazil.
That's where we're going to be streaming from.
Gobble, gobble.
The Team Liquid training facility.
Dude, I've heard the
It's
Team
very
Liquid training
serious.
facility in Brazil, you can have as much free energy drink as you like. I hear they've got a chef that serves energy drinks, whichever one you want. And they've got flavors there they don't even have in the shops because it's that special. I can't wait. That's going to be fantastic. So look forward to that. We'll be doing streaming from there anyway on our Twitch channel.
We will.
But we will be doing this podcast, not this one, because there ain't no podcast like this one right now. This is unique, this is special, and I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch or listening on your preferred podcast listening station, if Evitel has put it up there, which she always does because she's so
I always do because
great.
I'm on it. It might come out tomorrow because I'm going to be arm deep in a turkey. I'm going to be elbow deep in turkey shortly
and
after
also
this
cooking
podcast.
a Thanksgiving dinner.
So yeah, expect your ears to enjoy this on your audio platforms.
Oh, gobble, gobble. But what are we talking about today, Evitel? There's only one thing to talk about today.
Our meet and greet in Brazil.
No, you fool! You crazy fool! The video game without which none of this would be happening. You think people would be tuning in to listen to us talk just about us or about other things we like?
Of course.
Like your feminist Marxist library down the stairs? I only keep saying that because it really annoyed one person in the comments when I said it as a joke first time.
Person.
Yeah, so that's for you again, person in the comments, because I know you're here. No, it's all about the worldofwarcraft.com and Midnight, which now has a release date. We're going to be talking about all of that. We're going to be asking about whether the game is ready, catching up on some news and things like that as well. But before anything else, if all that sounds boring as heck to you, well, don't worry, because you can influence what we talk about on this show. How do they do that, Evitel?
How do they do that? Well, if you are watching on YouTube, feel free to drop a super chat today, which we will read at the very end of this podcast. We do a big Q&A. So drop us your thoughts, your questions, anything you would like us to discuss. Just put it in there. Really, it's go wild.
Yeah,
Be
WoW
free.
stuff is good, but it doesn't have to be WoW stuff.
It can be literally
It can
anything.
be anything. Hey, when we're at the Liquid House,
Yes.
should we kidnap Max? And like,
He lives there.
it's the Liquid House. Where else would he live?
I don't think he lives in the one in Brazil.
Well, I mean, maybe he should.
I say this, I have no idea. We're going to talk about all of that. But what is the big news today?
The big
Tally?
news is that World of Warcraft Midnight, my favoritist game in the whole wide world.
Yes.
It has a release date. Do you know what? In my head, I kind of thought it already had a release date. I'll be perfectly honest.
I know, it's funny how like kind of the news cycle works.
Yeah, exactly. But not just that. There's been like a whole release trailer and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Let me put it on the screen here for you guys to see. Look, wow.
Wow.
The release date has been confirmed to be 3/2/26. Congratulations, everyone. It's going to be on the 3rd of February, 2026. Earlier than I thought. I was betting the end of February. Turns out it's going to be the beginning of February. The first 3 days of February. Oh my God.
So
We're going to have to
early.
start working on the class guide videos. I thought we'd have had a month more than that, honestly. The 3rd of February, the whole world agrees. The whole world agrees that is what that date says, and that is when the World of Warcraft.com Midnight is releasing and the world is like, wow, a February release.
whole world is like,
People in Brazil are like, whoa, February. People in Europe are like, whoa, February. People all across the planet are like, oh, I love February. What a great time to release an expansion. There's only one place in the world where A, they don't think that, and B, they're actually going to be logging on the correct day to play this game.
Yeah. So it's actually March 2nd, everybody.
Dude, if you go to the YouTube channel for this launch trailer and you look in the comments, everyone is like, I'm confused. Can we just like have some clarity on this, please?
Please.
Because especially when you've got like World of Warcraft Europe and stuff sharing like this trailer.
I think
and it's like, if I'm in Europe and I'm following the World of Warcraft Europe like account and they post this trailer, I'm going to be like, well, yeah, that's February, right?
I think the French account posted that it's on 3/3/26 because like, you know,
oh no, it's completely wrong. Oh
No.
my goodness. Even if you swap the date, it's completely wrong for Europe.
Well, maybe they saw. Yeah. No. Anyway, it has been confirmed officially. It is coming out on. I keep wanting to say March 2nd, but it's March. Yeah, it is March 2nd.
It is March 2nd. Yeah. You haven't been an American liver for a while, have you?
I haven't.
So,
I haven't been there for a long time. So yeah, I know. Like it could have just written March 2nd, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like that's all. Americans tend to write March 2, don't they?
Yeah, March 2nd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and here it's like 2nd March. And I'm like,
2nd of March. We just we put in that extra word, like
Yeah. So
Americans
there we
always
go.
just shortening things to the point where they don't really make sense. Like
There we
I
go.
could care less and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that doesn't mean the same thing anymore. Hey,
Fine?
do you smell burning?
No,
Okay.
I am. Do you want me to check?
Yeah, I think you should. I smell burning.
Really?
I'm not even joking. I actually
Okay,
like, genuinely
I'm just
smell
gonna go
burning. I
check
think you
the-
should go.
check the oven.
I think you should just go check real quick, okay?
Real quick, you just talk to chat.
Like, I think maybe I'm having a stroke. That's possible too. Like looking at the date organized this way does make me feel like I'm about to have a stroke. So there's that. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about finally the release date of Midnight. I know we all kind of suspected that it was going to be late February, early March, but having that confirmation makes it official and means that we are now. Oh, I can't use the word official again because I just used it. That's like going to be very poor cadence. But we are now, it's been long enough that I can. We are now officially into the final furlong. We are into the countdown. We're on a one-way train to Midnightville. Basically, couldn't care less about the War Within anymore. Don't even try to talk to me about it. You can be like, how's season 3 going? I was like, I don't care. I don't want to know. It's just all about Midnight from now on. Was there burning?
There is no burning.
Okay, I am glad, but there's a part of me that kind of wanted there to be burning to justify like the fact I sent you downstairs to check.
No, it's all good. I think you're probably just smelling like residual like fried onion smells.
Do you think I think I know what it is actually?
What is
I think
it?
it's because I like ate one of your fried onions
it's
before
all
I
in your
came
beard
up,
now.
and then I breathed on this mic and it rebounded into my
Need to
nose.
save those.
Yeah, well, I had one tiny little one. Look, if I can't mosey on downstairs while you're up here and be like, what's she cooking? And like, you know, sample a little bit here and there, then what's the point?
You know what? You're absolutely right.
That's what it's all about. That's what isn't that what you're thankful? I'm thankful that there's half-cooked food just all over my kitchen and I can be like, ooh.
It's not half cooked. Can I do a quick rundown of what we're having for Thanksgiving?
Well, we have already started talking about Midnight, but okay.
Well, we'll return to the topic.
Yeah.
We'll get more festive towards the end. So yeah, Midnight coming March 2nd. I have to stop myself every time.
I'm confused about it. Unfortunately, like no new footage in the. No, it's even bigger. There you go.
It's very big.
Really big.
Very big.
And yeah, I don't know why. I think it looks a little bit weird without zeros in there as well. Personally, I'm a big like 0, 3, 0, 2 guy. I'm a big zero enjoyer. Yeah.
It does look good though. I can see why they did it because they want the numbers to be as big as possible and take the screen up.
Yeah.
Like as much
I hear you. I agree. What I'm going to do is going to pretend that the full stops in between are zeros instead. Yeah. But unfortunately, there's no new footage in the launch trailer.
Oh, I know. I was hoping we'd get something.
Yeah.
A little something.
Yeah.
This is
like a really kind of intensely cut together bits from the trailer, which I don't know, do people still hate the trailer or people come around to it now?
I don't know. I haven't tested the waters on that.
Like, I love the trailer. I still think it's great.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's hype. I'm kind of ready for like more footage, like more content now.
Yeah.
Kind of ready for, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm kind of bored of Midnight.
You know
I need more Midnight
more
Midnight content. It's been a while since we got any big Midnight content, and I know the game isn't even released until March, but I need more content right now.
It's just
I'm thinking maybe patch 1, like patch 12.1. Is what I'm thinking.
It's so you literally made me forget what I was gonna say. No, it's because we saw it so many times at Gamescom.
Yeah, we did.
We were just standing there watching it, like, 50 feet tall. And I think that's why I'm like, okay, I've seen this like over 100 times now. I love it, but I'm ready for some new footage. I was hoping for some, like, housing in there, some, like,
Well, okay,
something.
so here's the thing, right? Before we talk about the release of Midnight and, whether it's ready and things like that, whether it's going to be ready, obviously it's not ready right now, but like, there is the thing where, yes, probably the biggest new feature, the most game-changing feature in the whole of Midnight is obviously player housing.
Yeah.
But like,
They do have the word home in there.
Well, that is their new thing. They've been doing that for the last couple of expansions now. Yeah. Ever since Dragonflight, their big their big selling thing is come home.
Come back.
They are kind of like your mum at this point.
Like, it's late.
Like, you never call. Ever since you went away to college, you never call. How is Final Fantasy working out for you? I don't play Final Fantasy 14 anymore, Mum. Everyone hates the new expansion. Well, I don't know because you don't tell me anything. I'm still here in Azeroth, just wait. I'm just waiting for your call every now and then, once per season at the beginning, just to check it out. Oh, it's all right then, isn't it? What are you all playing now? Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't understand, Mum. It's like, phone your mother. Come back home to Azeroth. But like, the biggest feature, player housing, is, it's releasing next week, right?
I know.
For those in early access. And I don't think we are ready. I don't think even though I'm saying these words, you'd think if anyone was ready, it would be me. Yeah. I don't think anyone fully...
You personally?
No, I think anyone fully understands at this point what a huge impact housing is going to have. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think... Yeah. Housing's been out since the 12th of February, 2025. But I don't think people understand how much this is going to change the game completely for so many players. Not for every player. I think even like the way that everyone interacts with the game, whether they want to interact with housing or not, it's probably going to be shaped in some way by player housing, because it's going to affect the economy. It's going to affect the content people are doing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I think for a huge amount of the player base who will enjoy housing and who will engage in housing, I don't think we fully appreciate how nothing is kind of ever going to be the same again.
It's not. And I kind of consciously haven't started farming kind of old achievements or anything yet. Like, I've downloaded some add-ons that show me.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Like,
cool.
There's an add-on. I've gotten a lot. I have loads of stuff. There's obviously stuff from, like, vanilla that I don't have. Like, there are things that I simply don't have. Nothing from WoD. So never touched WoD. So I'm going to have to, obviously.
You're going to have to get Garrison up, mate.
I know, because there's some really cool Draenei things that you get from WoD, obviously. So,
including the throne of Garrosh's throne, like the throne of Orgrimmar.
Yeah, you gotta get that shiz. So,
who doesn't want that?
Yeah, so might not be my vibe. I'm really glad I've got all like the purple like Koresh stuff. I've got loads of stuff from Legion. There's still more to get, but like I have all the Nightborn bits, so I'm like, this is good. But I haven't actually properly dived in and started doing things. And I think that's only really going to hit me once player housing goes live, because I'm going to be like, okay, now I have my home for real, not just on beta.
It's way more tangible. Then you can look at it and go, okay, well, oh gosh, I don't have much stuff, do I? Or I really want this particular thing, or like I can't possibly breathe or sleep without the throne of Orgrimmar in my living room just to look at every time I want it to be the first thing I see when I wake up. I want it to be the last thing I see before I go to bed, like Throne of Orgrimmar. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna sit on it all day long.
Yeah, so it's gonna be wild. It's gonna impact the economy. Obviously, it's gonna change how people kind of interact with the world, in the sense that, again, you're gonna get more people out farming lumber from different zones and stuff that they're typically not in, going back to old places. It's going to change how our guild interacts.
Oh my goodness,
it's going to change how people spend their time in the game. So, and that won't really hit until player housing launches, well, early, and when Midnight launches properly, because that's when everyone's going to be in. And we're going to see how that like ecosystem works properly. I'm
going to try and set up the patron guilds tomorrow.
Yes, that's our plan.
While I'm on stream. I think it'll be easier while I'm on stream. And then we can
have peeps
our patrons are already kind of like sending us their details so we can add them to the guilds.
I'll give you the spreadsheet so you can invite people.
like already good. We'll do that in private. Won't do that on stream.
Yeah.
But but just setting them up with the charters and things like that.
Yeah.
Be really good. But it's time to like place your bets. It's time to get your odds in.
Oh.
Like it's time to commit.
Bet?
Yeah, we're gonna have a bet. We're gonna have a bet.
Oh, it's time. It's
and people in the chat can join in this bet as well.
Ooh.
How long is the game going to be unplayable for when the game goes live
next week?
Next week for housing. Like, surely, housing is going to break the game to the degree that nothing has ever broken it ever before. Surely.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's like catching a boat at a dock, right? And then there is player housing. You know, like there's a boat maybe not showing up.
Yeah.
And then there's all of player housing, right? So
I'm betting literal days.
I think it's going to be days.
Can I be really cheeky? Can I be super cheeky?
When are you ever not?
Can I say something that I don't think is actually going to happen, but I'm just going to put out there because I think it's funny?
Okay. Wait, hold on before you say anything.
Yeah.
Don't forget that when you say things, Blizzard tends to like enforce them.
Are you kidding? When I say things, Blizzard come out and like do everything they possibly can to prove me wrong and look stupid. So by me saying this, I'm pretty much guaranteeing a smooth ride for everyone.
Okay, all right, get it out there. Get it out in the world.
Sorry, we did get a new record this week when we were doing the weekly reset, when we put out our video about the new Transmog system. And thank goodness my takes were good in that video, right? Thank goodness I was like, you know what? This is too expensive. There's some misunderstandings about it and stuff as well, but I think all of this is too expensive.
On the right track
like, they need to do this, they need to do that, and we put it out, and I was like, yeah, cool. I'm happy with that, whatever. And 4.5 minutes later is what it turned out to be. 4.5 minutes after we put that video out, Blizzard put out a blue post saying that they were reducing all of the prices. But you know what? That was actually good. Like an hour or two later is worse. Because after 4 minutes, it's just like take the video down, re-record like a little bit to put in there, correcting stuff, and kind of took it. And that's funny. You can do that, and then you're the most up-to-date video on YouTube.
Phew.
Right? Then you're like everyone else is chasing you. That was pretty good. So like 4 minutes, it's just like there was just that moment. Like I'd done the video, I published it. I sat down with my son, putting him to bed, holding his hand. He was just chatting shit to me like he always does for about an hour before he goes to sleep.
I love bedtime chat.
Like on my phone came up the notifications. I was like, it's been 4 minutes. What?
Okay, wait. So tell me.
My bet is this. I think the player housing is going to break the game so much that it won't be playable the whole time we're in Brazil.
That's evil.
I just think it would be really funny if we rock up at Brazil and we're hanging out by the player housing stand for Blizz in Brazil at CCXP. Come along, say hi. We've got meet and greets and all sorts. Please come to the meet and greet. Oh dear God, please come to the meet and greet.
Should we talk about that
honestly,
now?
I've never asked you for anything in my life, okay? But right now, I'm asking you this. Please come to the meet and greet. If you're in Brazil, you're at CCXP, please come and see us. Please, like, I hate meet and greets because I love meeting and greeting people. It's the best thing in the world. But I'm always so nervous that literally no one's going to turn up.
All right, I know. But let me give you, thankfully.
And I know this is a really chill one and stuff like that. It's not like,
chill. No one is there to see us. Everyone is there to see Paul Giamatti's coming.
To see us?
Well, he's coming to
He's
CCXP.
A big fan, actually.
Paul Giamatti's going to be there. No one is at CCXP to see us. Everyone is there to see like the actual pop culture icons.
Yeah.
Like
I've heard that Timothy Chalamet is going to be there to see you.
He's there to see us.
He
really. I just want to see how tall he is.
Tall is definitely the wrong word.
I want to see how small he is.
I think it's clear to see. He's never said it, but he clearly is a T&E fan. Do you know how I know?
It radiates.
He wears tiny watches just like you. That's how I know.
Oh no,
He's
like tiny watch.
Yours is like a big chunky sports watch compared to his. Like he wishes he could have a watch as big as yours, but it would literally, he wouldn't be able to move. He'd be like the sword and the stone carrying a huge sword like that. You know.
Right. So let's talk about this for a moment. So at CCXP there is going to be a housing themed photo opportunity at the Team Liquid booth. which is working together with.
Can I just say, I love the description housing themed photo opportunity.
Yes.
I just like it.
And that's all I know about it. Oh, yeah, show off that mug. People are asking about it.
Oh, the rundown mug?
That's a special. It has my face on it, and it says "Let's run down."
If I turn it around like that, so it just says "Let's rut," that's more kind of representative of how we've been doing it in videos recently.
Yeah, like a lovely friend made that for us. At CCXP for the whole event, there's going to be this player housing photo opportunity at the Team Liquid booth, which should be cool. You'll be able to receive WoW swag. If people like swag.
I love swag. Mm-hmm. Am I allowed to get it?
Well, don't know. We'll see. We'll find out if we give it to you or not. But, I think particularly with like shipping and stuff, like for people in Brazil who want WoW swag, there you go. You can get it there. Side note, there's also a Diablo 4 escape room.
Holy shit.
The Diablo 4 escape room.
I had that sussed within 2 weeks. I bought Diablo 4. I played it for 2 weeks. Successfully escaped. Never been back since.
Hey, I think I gave it at least like 3. I love Diablo 4.
I really enjoyed it.
I was like
2 weeks is about the
necromancer.
2 weeks is about how long I 2 weeks is about how long I play a video game for usually.
You know? That's fair.
Like
that's fair,
2 weeks is a good video game experience. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I completed the story. I tried to level up to max level. Decided I didn't give a fuck. Yeah. Finished. Was happy. Did not play it. Not enjoying it, and become resentful for the next 3 years.
Yeah. So
highly recommended.
So that is happening there. So the booth, the photo opportunity is going to be there. Constantly, I think chances for swag, stuff, liquid stuff as well. I think because we're working together. Now here are the important dates for you folks. Dratnos and Altar Time. Whatever. They have a meet and greet. No, we love them. They're amazing.
Motherfucker, that's so rude.
I'm just saying because we have our meet and greet with Makes. And
so there's a masculine meet and greet and a feminine meet and greet is what we're saying.
Yeah, you're part of the feminine
Of course. Well, naturally, I insist.
So like the big mask energy meet and greet is on Friday.
Why would you not have everyone meeting and greeting at the same time? Maximize the amount of people.
No. You gotta. I like this. I like what they've done here. So if you want to meet Dratnos and Altar Time, who I'm really excited to spend.
I'll be there. I'll be there meeting and greeting them.
Yeah. Like I'll definitely have to meet and greet them there. So they're at 3 p.m. On Friday, December 5th. If you want to kind of meet them and receive exclusive signed posters.
Holy shit balls.
But the super sexy feminine day is the Saturday, December 6th.
You do not want to miss your opportunity to meet Makes. She's awesome.
She absolutely rules, and she has energy that is on another level.
Yeah.
Like she's so good. So I'm really excited that she's gonna like keep the energy of our meet and greet up. She's gonna be like carrying us. So our meet and greet, the T&E and Makes meet and greet is from 2 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, December 6th.
Oh, Saturday meet and greet.
Saturday, yeah. So Saturday
cool.
feels
What
good.
are we doing for like the 5 days that we're there before that?
We are going to be streaming.
Oh, yeah!
So we'll be visiting CCXP. We'll probably be around there at certain points.
To be honest, you'll probably see us around the WoW booth there.
Yeah, you'll probably see us. And if you don't see us there, we're going to be streaming from the Liquid Training Facility.
Well, that's a lot of streaming from the Liquid Training Facility. I'm hoping to get spotted. I'm hoping to get talent spotted and signed by Liquid.
Well, yeah, you never know. God, what could we do for Liquid?
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing. There's literally nothing we could give them that they don't already have on a much better level.
Yeah.
But so that's the plan. That's our kind of big thing. If you want to catch us, if you're around, I know it's very last minute. Letting you guys know. So if anyone was I know people have been like, oh,
we've been trying to kind of hint that we were going to be at CCXP for a long time, but we haven't really been allowed to tell you until.
But it's a huge event. It runs
recently,
for 4 days. I hope Ben Starr is there. I guarantee he's probably going to be there. I think everyone.
So he can run away when he sees Evertel again.
He's going to be like.
So he can just make a slink out.
It's that girl with like the crazy eyes
from Germany.
From Germany, who just like made eye contact with me in the hotel. I gotta go. So that's our plan. There we go, Brazil, and hopefully So you're thinking player housing is not going to be ready for any.
Oh, sorry. Are we talking about that again? Are you finished your little tangent?
I finished,
like
I
okay,
wanted
good,
to
great.
let people know what was happening when we were
Brilliant.
in Brazil. So
Okay, well,
so we're going to be streaming.
Yeah.
What will we be streaming? Possibly player housing, I hope.
I don't think player housing is going to work. I don't think we'll be able to log into the game.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah.
Until I leave Brazil. I think the second I leave Brazil.
Is housing going to be broken, or are we going to be able to play through the patch content?
Oh, yeah. Well, there is other patch content, of course. There's story content. There's some other things. What other things are there as well? Weren't you doing the everything you need to know about 11.2.7 video?
Yeah, I was.
Weren't you doing like the housing video?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it ready yet? Is it going to go out?
I'm making your dinner, young man.
Okay, so yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say that you won't be able to log into the game, and
Okay.
and they after a day they'll go. Look, what we're going to do is we're going to let you log into the game, but you won't be able to do player housing for another week. You know, we'll let you know when player housing is ready. Right now, you can log in and do all the other patch content, which Evie will tell you all about. But you won't be able to do housing just yet, not until we sort it. Okay. Not until like you can do it without setting on fire and stuff like that. So that's. I don't actually think that's going to happen, but that's what I'm putting my bet as because I think it's funny.
It is funny. I would love to be able to play through player housing while we're in Brazil. I want to get our neighborhood started.
I think we will. I think we'll be okay.
I think you're okay. Wait, but if we are actually betting, what is this? What's at stake?
Well, I've already sort of run my excellent betting down yesterday in the charity stream because people made some big donations, which made me randomize my main characters' race and appearance and faction. So I'm currently a blood elf. It worked out quite well in the end, by the way.
That's cute.
I'm now currently a beautiful bronzed blood elf guy with purple big quiff.
Hot. Oh,
Yeah.
I think I saw the big quiff.
Yeah,
I like it.
and as big a beard as male blood elves can manage, which isn't very big to be honest, but. Yeah.
I mean, they rock the goatees. That's what they're made for.
Yeah, yeah. So, and that's what I'll be right up until Midnight goes live.
Yeah, super big thanks to everyone who tuned in yesterday. We raised
just about
$2,340 $2,340.69
in just under 5 hours, which I think is really, really good.
For Hope for the Day.
Thank you to whoever donated
really,
that 69 cents in particular.
Yes.
Really appreciate it.
We see you. So that was really awesome. That was a really nice way to kind of, round out the month and kind of kick off into the holidays. And here's the thing. It's Thanksgiving. Everyone's on holiday right now.
Gobble, gobble.
No one is in the Blizzard offices right now because.
Oh yeah, but they'll be back by the time the patch goes live. Dude, this is America we're talking about. You guys get 14 days of holiday a year, okay? You don't get any sick days. They're gonna
is quite a lot. I don't know if people don't get that much.
Not in the rest of the world. Listen, the rest of the world do dates different to you. The rest of the world has paid sick leave. The rest of the world has maternity leave.
Hey, you know how I feel about these things. You know how I feel about these.
But our cars aren't as big, so fuck us, right?
Oh yeah.
But no, they'll be back in there. Cossack could be snapping the whip because he's still. I don't care what anyone says. He's still there. How else do you explain Hearthsteel, right? Yeah, he'll be snapping the whip. People get back to Wyke, but don't tell anyone I'm here. And they'll be there. They'll be launching the patch. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm guessing it's all ready to go. Someone's just going to press a button on Monday, Tuesday, and and
so yes, I'm sure it will all be working. I'm sure it'll go splendidly. You know what? People keep talking about garrisons and how the game just melted when garrisons kind of went live. But a couple of things. Garrisons happened about 15 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
14 years, I want to say 13 years ago, probably something like that at this point. And also, they were right in the middle of the world, they were in the open world in a zone, which that's a teeny tiny part of me still wishes neighborhoods were. But okay, neighborhoods are so good, whatever. However they want to do it, I'm down with it, right? And these are their own instanced zones, not connected to anything else. And I think my bet. I have 2 bets going right now.
Okay.
The game won't be playable while we're in Brazil, and also literally nothing's going to go wrong at all.
Yeah. Right. that kind of, you kind of sound like a certain type of Twitter person. Like who's always kind of dooming on the right side.
Yeah, like this is like, I'm on the extremes.
Yeah.
I'm the horseshoe
One or the
theory.
other. You just
like
don't sit on the fence.
No,
No
exactly.
fence
Well,
sitting,
totally.
but purely on both sides.
So anything in
fence.
between, I'll be completely wrong. But if there's one thing I hate, it's a fucking centrist, right? So, I think it's far more likely that literally nothing will go wrong at all. Honestly,
yeah.
I'm pretty confident on this one. I think it's going to be okay, and we'll all be
hope so.
going in and doing our housing, and like going back to the main point, the game will never be the same again. I don't think people understand how, for a huge chunk of the player base, housing is going to be like the first thing they do when they log into the game from kind of now on in, right? And particularly as patches kind of
first things.
Yeah, it's going to be like
you start on like the kind of new player experience, and then you go to housing at like.
Well, and sorry, I mean as part of their day-to-day routine, as part of like log in. The first thing I do is some housing, and then I go and kind of do the other stuff I meant to do. Just go and check in on my endeavors and sort of like how we doing,
Did you
and
see
do a bit of that.
You can do cooking in your house?
No.
You can now cook in your house.
Holy fuck sticks!
What else will we be able to do in our houses?
That's
I know.
You said that like you meant sex in.
No,
that's what it sounded like. Or is that just how I hear everything?
That's just how
That's just like basically you're like, Tally, can you do the hoovering? And you're like, oh, you want some sex? Tally, can you send me that money? Sex it is.
This is a family.
Tally, I'm leaving you.
Tally.
I'm ready for sex right now.
No, I meant like what other, if you can cook and therefore, couldn't you
have sex?
Oh my god.
Pardon? What? Okay, sorry, carry on.
Nothing. No, but like what other tangible things could you do in your home? Like cooking.
Again, the only thing I can really think of is sex. What else do I do in my house? I cook and I have sex. Like that's it. Where does he sleep? He doesn't sleep. Where does he fuck? Everywhere!
Shall we have a run through of the patch?
Well, no, I'm not finished here yet.
Okay.
I think it's going to be. I'm not finished.
Please continue.
Oh, you're finished, so we have to move on. I see. It's like that, is it? No. I think for a huge amount of people, it's going to be like a major main part of their day-to-day WoW routine, right? Yes. I think for many people it's going to, it's like people who spend a lot of their time just running around the capital right now. And oh my goodness, Silvermoon is a beautiful town to run around when that goes live with in February the 3rd. Like it's a beautiful town, but people are going to be in there. They're going to be doing stuff in their houses. They're going to be like fixing things up. They're going to be out collecting lumber. Yeah. They've been cooking. Doing all the cooking though, and stuff like that, and all the sexing.
Can I grow an herb garden? Will I be able to grow an herb garden?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't think so. It's been suggested that that's not going to be a thing that happens because then you're into garrison territory, right?
But then I can cook.
Yeah.
Like cooking's already in garrison territory.
Yeah, and I think like for the average player. And when I say average, I don't mean casual because I don't think the average player of WoW is a casual. Like I think the average WoW player plays this game a lot,
Absolutely.
like way beyond the casual kind of level. Like I think maybe casual in terms of like competitiveness, but not casual in terms of hours and kind of time commitment and things like that. I think the average player is going to be, embracing player housing in a huge way. And luckily, it's really, really good. And I know we bang this drum on this channel so much, but just thank God it's so good. It's just awesome. It's like just a wonderful thing.
Yeah. It's so special.
Yeah.
Like you say, I haven't quite wrapped my head around that yet. And it's going to take me, I'm glad that we have from, December until February to March to get used to it, right? To like really like settle into housing. because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need to understand how it changes like my gameplay.
Well, we were joking, being like, oh no, it's good it's going live a couple of months before, because obviously it'll break the game and they need to fix the game.
Yeah.
But really, it's because, like, and we've seen this on the beta and the alpha, when new builds have gone on the beta and the alpha, it's like, oh, I want to get in and try all the story and stuff and like test all the new classes and things like that and test all the changes and you've got, but also there's housing changes and you go and you do those and they can really take over and you can spend hours and hours and hours with all that stuff. And yeah, if they released it at the exact same time as Midnight housing, I mean, they'd have record low numbers of people completing the campaign in the first week or two, because like so many people would go straight to housing. And you're going to be like, well, I need to collect some stuff. I need to level up this house. I need to kind of like, do this and that,
Now there are no endeavors.
No.
When it launches. Should we go through what's actually coming?
Go for it. Can I put your screen on?
Yeah, now you can.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, go for it.
So let's have a look at what's actually coming in patch 11.2.7, which we have been calling the player housing patch because it is mostly that. But
it will go down in history as the player housing patch, right? Yeah.
Which is coming out next week. We do get player housing. That's the big one. Mm-hmm. That's a huge one. But we don't get a few features of it. So we don't get endeavors yet. Right? Endeavors are not kicking in yet. But what you do get, you get to collect your decor. You have your neighborhoods. Guild and charter neighborhoods can be created, which is good.
Yes.
Neighborhoods are, there, and your homes are there. Building your house is there. Setting up your home. And then the new housing tutorial, which starts you off, will be there as well. But then also you can start farming those like legacy content rewards, achievements, but also like profession rewards, and just start collecting decor. So that's the thing. So if you haven't pre-ordered Midnight, you will still be able to go and like visit neighborhoods. You'll be able to go into people's houses. Yeah.
That's really cool.
You will be collecting decor even if you don't own.
You'll have like achievements pop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's so cool.
You will have decor. Your decor collection will be growing.
So you can go and like, for example, kill Anixia if you haven't killed her.
Absolutely.
And ensure that when Midnight does go live and you do have access to housing, that achievement is already done. And wow, yeah, of course, makes sense.
Yeah. So that's super cool. What you won't be able to do is you won't be able to buy a house, right? You won't be able to like be in an.
Will you be able to buy decor from vendors?
I don't see why not. Yeah. You should
really?
Be able to.
You probably shouldn't though, should you?
You start your collection, right? And then the idea is that your collection is being built, and then when Midnight hits, or when you feel like purchasing it at any point, like you will then be able to jump into housing.
So I am very glad that we bought this house that we live in right now 3 years ago, because there would be something a little bit depressing about buying a house in WoW before actually buying a house.
And I understand that's the reality for most people, like many people who are like, listen, I'm going to get a house in WoW before I get a real house. And listen, we almost did not make it. Like we
cut it fine. Thanks, patrons.
Right in there, like we got like right in there. So you'll be able to I believe you'll be able to go into people's houses as well.
Sounds like it, doesn't it? I mean, that's awesome. And for those of you who will be playing housing and stuff, I mean, I hope you've got a lot of gold, frankly, because, there are 3 or 4 vendors in the neighborhoods and they've got a whole bunch of stuff for sale. And I don't know about you, Evertel, but when I'm buying shit from a vendor for my house, I'm like, obviously I don't have one of everything. I'm like, I don't even know how much of this shit I'm going to need. And so I buy at least 5 of everything.
Oh my God.
Like for the smaller things like plants and grass and shit, I'm like, I'm going to need 10 or 11 of those, right? And then, and there are so many, and you do all that in the vendors that are in the neighborhood and you're like, well, I just dropped a whole ton of gold there. Holy shit. But then you're like, oh wait, there are vendors in Stormwind and Orgrimmar, and there are vendors in Borealis and Zandalar, and basically every kind of major Gilneas and stuff. And there are so many hubs that have people that sell some stuff. It's just a Storm Song. There are stuff like I had to run some old BFA dungeons to get the cool. I had to run Shrine of the Storms to get the cool fireplace, the squid fireplace and stuff like that. And I mean, there's gonna be a lot of looking up what you need. And there is that in-game catalog and what have you, but that's like literally every piece of decor. It's a bit overwhelming. So like the best thing the best resources are probably going to be online resources like Wowhead and other sites like that.
Yeah,
They're kind of focusing on
WowDB,
it.
their housing database is like absolutely superb, very useful. They have plots like neighborhood maps and stuff. You can choose your plots on there.
You can potentially spend like hundreds of thousands of gold though.
Oh my God, I know. And I am kind of dreading that because I am gonna have to buy like 50, floor panels because I want to have as many of them as possible so I can start experimenting.
Yes, exactly.
Playing around.
The last thing you want is to be like, oh, I needed one more of these things when you're in the middle, when you're in the zone, when you're in the middle of like a big build and the creativity is taken over and you're like, oh, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. There's a part of me that kind of wants to go and park like alts by all of the vendors in advance so I can just log into different characters and like buy shit. But that means I have to like send them tons of gold and stuff as well. And it's just a big ball. And I'm probably just going to go around on my main and do it. Yeah. On my beautiful blood elf boy.
Oh, yes. Can't wait to see. So player housing in the patch next week is the biggie. It's the biggie. Which makes me laugh that they didn't even put this at the top of the article in Wowhead because they're like, oh, we gotta make it look like Brawler's Guild is a really big deal. Brawler's Guild is back, everyone.
Yay!
That's on December 9th.
Boo! I mean, I don't care. Like,
9th.
I'm sorry. I'm bored of pretending that I like Brawler's Guild.
Yeah,
I hate Brawler's Guild, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
I hate it, but it is there.
It's
so
bullshit.
If you
I
want
don't care. Fuck that shit.
Fuck
it. No.
We're like little. They're giving us little. They've given us player housing, and they're padding out the rest of the experience with other.
With normal patch stuff, right?
There's a new title which is Brawl Star.
Oh my God! Wow, count me in. Look, Brawler's Guild. I love the concept of fighting bosses and stuff. It's the queuing up that I don't like. It's the waiting my turn that I don't like. I don't like waiting my turn. I'm not into that.
Yeah, there's some fun mounts. There's a Bruce recolor called Bruno, and there's a Rocket, a Ballistic Bronco.
Yeah.
So that will be coming out December 9th. Other things coming in this patch: Pandaren Heritage Armor.
Oh yeah.
Cute, which is really good. So you'll be able to have the quest line on the Wandering Isle to get your Pandaren Heritage Armor. Mm-hmm. Definitely get that because they're quite nice.
Yeah,
they're cute. Look at that little. I love it.
Yeah, they're great.
And I love the colorways. So
they are good. And you know what? I love Heritage Armor quest lines. I think they're great. Big fan of Heritage Armor quests. Yeah. Yay.
And perhaps most importantly, Shadowlands Timewalking.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Shadowlands Timewalking is here. Featuring Necrotic Quake, Spires, Plaguefall, The Other Side, Halls of Atonement, and Sanguine Depths.
Do you know what? Quite looking forward to The Other Side, but like all the other ones I've done in like Mythic Plus seasons since Shadowlands.
They're fun though.
Anyway, so player housing is coming on next week, and that's something which I think is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yay, everyone.
Wait, there's
Yay,
more.
player housing.
There's even more.
I don't want to spend all episode talking about this. We talked about it last episode.
Turbulent Timeways.
Yeah.
Turbulent Timeways is coming.
Great.
It's good.
Is Turbulent Timeways coming? I thought that'd been cancelled.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe I've made that up. Maybe it was just a dream.
Lore Walking is coming.
Okay.
And a new and returning player experience.
Yeah.
It's going to be updated.
Oh, is that coming as well? Okay, that I genuinely am excited. But we've talked about all of this nauseum at this point. So what I want to talk about is I want to talk about the release date of Midnight.
Yes.
I want to talk about why that's bad though, because it's the internet.
Oh, okay.
And like, is the game gonna be ready? And I know you've played a lot of the beta and alpha.
Yeah.
I know I've played a lot of the beta and alpha.
Yeah.
Like, I think the thing that everyone's very worried about more than anything else, and I think this is fair, is the class changes and the class tuning and the add-on situation, which is like very closely linked to that as well. Because, like the zones are all up, they're all dandy, they're all rocking, the story's pretty much in place, the dungeons are there, everything's looking really great. That like the basics, the building blocks of the expansion look really, really good. It's World of Warcraft expansion. You're in Silvermoon. You're in Zulaman. You're in Harandar. You're in the other place, Voidstorm. And that's all terrific. I'm sure that'll be good. And like all the events are there. The kind of like daily and weekly events are kind of in those zones to test as well at the moment. And so the main thing really is, how are we going to live without add-ons? Are the classes being made too kind of simple and boring to compensate for the fact that there's no add-ons? Because I think those two things are definitely linked, right? There's definitely that thing of, there's a reason why the classes are generally, broad strokes here, losing a lot of buttons and getting so much consolidated and in my opinion, from the testing I've done, becoming a little bit more homogenized than maybe I'd like, and that's because they don't want you to have so many things to track on certain classes and things like that, because you're not gonna have any add-ons to do it with, right? When in particular when it comes to the add-on things, the damage meters only went live last week, like actually working. There's still a lot to do there. The Transmog system, I know this isn't an add-on thing, but the Transmog system going live last week and making everyone angry before Blizz came out and we're like, no, don't worry, it's just beta.
Yeah.
And it's
Just
like, well,
beta
okay,
things.
it is just beta, but we're on the final furlong, right? Now we're on a one-way ticket to Midnightville.
We are.
So I guess, the question is going to be, is it going to be working? Is it going to be ready? Or are we fucked? Is it the add-on apocalypse?
I don't know. I feel like the sentiment in the community is genuinely leaning more towards add-on apocalypse at the moment.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there's a lot of dooming in the community at the moment. And to be honest, like
Not unmerited.
I don't think it's unmerited, really. I think it is like super risky from Blizz to do this
Absolutely.
the way that they are doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like, I think everyone expected when they did do the whole add-on thing that they would run all this new stuff that they're introducing in tandem with add-ons for a while before kind of like making like maybe for a season or something before making the switch when they were really confident all their shit was there and looking good and stuff like that. And they're not. They're going cold turkey. They are ripping off the plaster and they're like, yo, boom.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we have 3 months to go, right? We have 3 months until launch. And in that time, that's still loads of time for like testing and iteration. And we got a very open alpha this time around. We had loads of people invited to the alpha.
Oh, well, we were in that call, weren't we? Before the alpha went live.
There are loads of people being invited to the alpha. There's a real emphasis on getting as many people involved as early as possible, getting people testing, getting add-on developers in there, getting everyone in there. We've had that with the alpha. We've had huge amounts of access to the beta.
Yeah.
Right, we've had tons of people playing beta, and I think this is just part of their strategy now, which is they're very like communicative and open about what they're doing. So whenever an update comes to like the damage meters or nameplates, they're pushing that out, and it's still not finished, obviously. But so we're seeing this kind of like gradual development process, pretty much live.
Yeah,
which is exciting, but also can strike like fear in your heart because you're like, this isn't done. This isn't ready, right?
And the beta's been a really interesting time actually, because you're seeing this like dual thing, right? Like when the alpha went live and suddenly nothing worked anymore, and you had a lot of like a couple of big add-on developers come out and be like, well, fuck this shit. Ain't no way. See ya. And I think that like struck panic in a lot of people's hearts and things like that.
Oh yeah.
But what you've got at the moment in beta is you've got this thing of every build, you've got Blizzard introducing more things in the UI and like refining more things and tweaking more things based on feedback and what have you. And like there is progress on that every time. But then parallel to that, you've actually got add-ons being built around the new stuff as well.
So it's like ecosystem of add-ons.
It's not just the UI that is updated every beta build, but constantly you've got add-ons being updated as well from some of the bigger add-on developers of the past to like new people who are out there kind of going, well, like no one else is doing this, so I'm going to do it. And there's loads of stuff you can do with this. And like, I don't blame some of those bigger add-on developers because it's like we have developed this vast kind of code and system, and our entire add-on is built on the fact that we can get access to this information. And it's like, well, we have to completely rebuild our add-ons and the way they work from the ground up to make them work now. And we don't want to put in that work. And fair enough, honestly. But there are people who will. And there are people who are like, well, I'm just going to build it.
Already.
Yeah, exactly.
And people working on them already.
So that it has been quite fun to see that, not only are the in-game UIs kind of coming along at a pace, whether it's a quick enough pace or not, who knows, but the add-ons are kind of being built up and modified and sort of they are coming to meet WoW where they can as well, which is really cool. I like it's actually and there's a part of me, I think it is going to be very hard for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And I think it'll be very confusing for a lot of people. And a lot of people will be like, well, basically what's happened is I've lost all my add-ons and I can still kind of do the stuff I used to do, but I have to use a whole bunch more add-ons. So like, what's the point in that, right? It's like, well, because they can't do, the things we don't want them to do anymore is the reason, but we're fine with you using add-ons, right? So, like, I've said it before, but I think people might be overall pleasantly surprised by kind of how little effect it has and how much fun it is to kind of rebuild again to a certain extent. I know I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed like putting together my little UIs and things like that and kind of working within the confines of the new system and things and getting it all working again, what have you.
Yeah.
And, getting my loadouts looking pretty good and going into kind of content. And yes, I think for the absolute highest end players, you're talking kind of 3,500 Mythic Plus score, Mythic Raiders, obviously Race to World first people, high level PvPers and stuff like that. I think it's one of those things where ironically it is absolutely going to hit those people the most.
Oh, absolutely.
And there is that thing. I know we've talked about this before, but I'm still looking forward to it. I just want one of them, just one famous world first raider to turn out to be shit without add-ons. Like, I don't think that will happen because they're good players, right? And they're all good players, like with or without. But surely, statistically, it has to be, reasonably likely that one of them is just shit without add-ons. And like their talent really was based around just being really good at reacting to add-ons, right?
It's like you're not good. You're not smart. You're just good at taking.
It's like at what you do, you're the best in the world, but that shit doesn't exist anymore, Grandpa.
Information through like a very certain system. Yeah. But
and I just want to see who it is. I just want to see which famous world first raider is like, oh, I'm shit now. Sorry. It's like I'm like Valentino when sound came into movies, right? Like my voice isn't up to scratch and people don't like me anymore. So like it is going to affect them the most. But again, I think for the average WoW player, and again by average I don't mean casual, but like the average WoW player, I think you're gonna maybe be slightly surprised by not just how much you're still able to do with different add-ons and with the UI, but also how fun it is to kind of like rebuild in that sense a little bit.
It is. I mean, it's that initial resistance, which is the hardest to get past. Like when I logged in to, the alpha, and I had to look at the state of like the nameplates and stuff, before they're there. And then also, my LVY I'm an LVY girl. I've been that way because it's what's easy for me. It's just like, oh yeah.
You've been playing with LVY since I've known you.
I've been playing it forever. And hilariously, I just make it look like the WoW interface as much as I can. But it's always really helped. And then ripping the Band-Aid off and like not having LVY, I was like, this sucks. I hate this game. And I left for, a few minutes. And then I came back and then I was like, okay, I'm over that, I think. This is gonna, we're gonna figure it out. And the thing is, add-ons are not going away. They're still there. They're still add-ons. They're still add-ons, just different now. I'm still going to have dialogue UI making my stuff look.
I mean, that's the main thing. If Blizz came out and we're like, we don't like what dialogue UI is doing. Plumber, we got to disable that shit. It's like, fuck. I'd be like, no, okay, now that's my line in the sand.
Yeah. The things that I still kind of cling to, I'm lucky. The ones that I still hold on to, like, are still there. So, but yeah, I get it for people who like really heavily depend on weak auras, like who have just learned how to play the game in that way. It's a huge change. But I think like if you enjoy the game, you're going to be fine. You're going to get through it. Now the question is like, is your rotation going to be good enough fun enough, interesting enough to keep you playing.
Well, and honestly, if I'm being honest, like that's the thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I'm actually not that worried about the add-on thing. I think it's a really easy thing to doom about online. From a cynical point of view, it's quite a good way of getting clicks and stuff like that. There's literally still people in my comments who think that there aren't going to be any add-ons in Midnight, like as in add-ons are just banned, right? And so I feel like there is like this void of information out there a little bit and what have you. But like I say, I think people mostly cope with that. I'm a bit worried about the class design at the moment, I have to say. I think they're kind
of priest stuff.
Yeah, I have, and I've it's like in isolation. I think when you pick up any class, any spec, it's like, oh, they've simplified it in these ways. This makes sense. Okay, I like this. Like in isolation, in a vacuum, I think every spec is quite good, and the changes they've made to simplify it, and they all kind of have done a bit, makes sense, and you're like, but when you look at it as a whole, essentially all the specs have become a little bit more like each other, and that's the thing that worries me. Like, I think on an individual level, if you've only ever seen one of these specs, then it's like, oh yeah, these changes make sense. I don't mind this. This is quite good. I like the way they've consolidated this button press with this button press. I like the way. Okay, well, I so I don't need to track this thing anymore. So I'm essentially working on this kind of time frame. I like a burst here and blah blah, and that's cool. Until you realize that it's kind of like that with all of them to a certain extent. And I'm painting with a very broad brush here, and but I'm just talking about the classes that I've tested. And classes that were wildly different from each other. And now just seem a bit more similar to each other.
Yes.
And I specifically wanted to test Enhancement Shaman and Outlaw Rogue, and like these very unique kind of, I thought, very nicely designed specs, which were quite complicated to track things and what have you. And there's just they just like the changes make sense by themselves, but they're just a bit more like each other now, which I don't know. And
there will always be more testing.
It would be a major shame if that was because of the add-on thing, right?
Yeah, I mean they're tied together, and I feel like the game was due a kind of a bit of like a modernization in terms of. And I get it. Some people are like, no, I love how like this one spec was extremely complex and kind of a pain in the ass, but it's what you like and what you get used to, right? I have to say, I was like, my jaw dropped when I logged in on my BM Hunter, and I was like, where are all of my buttons? Like, like I was looking at my spell book, and it's literally just like, one open page. And I was like, wait a second, even for BM Hunter, that felt really, and again, it's just kind of getting used to the rotation again and the switch up. But I was taken aback. And like, again, on any one instance of it, I'm like, well, these changes do make sense, and it clears a lot of room on your bars for your new transmog set kind of buttons to press. Which I think is very important. My bars are so good.
Everyone's talking about Fire Mage, but it's like I think like Fire Mage is left with not many buttons, but you've only really had one button taken away. It's not like it's like you started off with not many buttons and you're left off with not many buttons, and it's like but it's for me. I'm being silly, by the way. I'm being facetious, but
of course.
like for me, the most noticeable changes are those ones where you did have to track a lot of stuff before, and it's not just like you have less stuff to track now. It's like Outlaw is like just straight up kind of like a cooldown class now, like an enhancement is just straight up a kind. I mean, enhancement was always a priority spec, but it's just like so much more straightforward. You can compare it to a lot of other specs a lot easier now, and it's just like it's that's the thing I'm worried about way more than the add-ons. I know it is kind of connected to the whole add-on thing and what have you, but so
is it connected to WoW coming to consoles?
No.
Sure?
I've been in this community for a long time now, and there's only two things that are a constant, as conversations in this community.
Yeah.
Like, one is that, you know, WoW's dead now. WoW's dead. Why would you even bother playing it? It's completely dead. Like, it's this game has been about to die for literally the last 20 years.
Oh, the game's been dead since it started.
Yeah, well,
right?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
since it came out.
And the only shit, I forgot to turn the fan on my camera on. Hang on.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry.
Turn that on.
Yeah.
So that has always been a constant, like from day one. The game as being dead.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not.
And the other is that it's coming to console.
Yeah, exactly.
on
And that's the other one.
Xbox.
Sorry, hang on.
No worries. There we
Yeah.
go. There you are. I can see you again.
There we go.
I can hear the fan.
Yeah, I can hear the fan. It's going. Sorry, that was very foolish of me not to put the fan onto my camera, which is prone to overheat. Sorry. So we should be okay now. But yeah, the other thing is like, oh, they're dumbing down the game so that, because that's what it's always paired with. It's like they're just, by the way, the game's going to come to console. It's like, no, the reason the game sucks and is about to die is because they're dumbing it down for idiots like you, Taliesin, so they can put it to console. Like, because, you know, you'd have to dumb it down. You have to make it worse to go onto console. I mean, that's just, if I always say I don't think it's coming to console, I'm always going to be right, apart from once.
Of course.
Maybe. Ian's come out and he said it's not coming to console, so I have no reason to disbelieve him, even though he is
he's actually said that, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's the same. It's been the same conversation for years and years and years and years. And every little thing that gets simplified, whatever it is, it's like, oh, well, it's coming to consoles. That's why, right? It's like, we're going to improve controller support for accessibility. Oh, because of consoles, though, right? It's like, we're releasing classic. Oh, because they're going to that's a very simple version of the game in consoles,
like
right?
streamlining rotation.
Yeah, exactly. We're reducing button bloat. Oh, because of rotations, right? Yeah. Because of console, right? It's like we're getting rid of like the really complicated talent trees and moving them to like this new kind of what I guess now is known as the fellowship system. Well, it's because of consoles, right? Yeah. It's like.
But yeah,
So,
do you think it's going to be ready in the next 3 months? I mean, I feel hopeful.
Well, sadly, I think that you know, I don't think Class is going to get more interesting. Put it that way.
Sure.
And you know, maybe I'm just being a bit of a doomer on that. Maybe it's just because I've tested them all in such like a short space of time. But maybe I just need to get a bit more into them. Maybe it's because I've only tested them, basically a lot of them at kind of a surface level. You know, maybe there's actually a lot more to them than that. And I'm sure there is, but they still just kind of feel a bit like each other at the moment. And with, you know, like obviously
there's still time to like really differentiate them a bit.
I'm not sure if that's going to happen though. So the add-on thing, I mean, it'll never be finished because, you know, they'll always be making new add-ons and they'll always be making improvements to the UI and things like that. Like Weak Auras was never finished. They were still adding to it and still are right now, you know. So, no, it won't be finished. Will it be good enough? I think lots of people will say no, for sure. If it went live like it is basically now, but with the damage meter working, I think you could just about scrape by, you know?
Okay.
Like, and it's only going to be better, and the add-ons are only going to be better, and I think it's going to be all right.
Yeah. We've got that like testing with the devs session coming in December as well.
Yeah, well, I mean,
if it comes.
This doesn't feel one with hope either, because there's been that like test the pre-patch event with the devs. Yeah. Oh, no, we'll do it later. Actually,
not even going to give you a date. Not even going to give you a date for this time.
And then the housing play with the Blues just got like cancelled, and there's been no date given for that either. Like, it's supposed to be like a curated neighborhood with like people's houses that they've moved in, which they think are really good and stuff like that. Which sounds awesome, by the way. Like, sounds really good. But that kind of got put back as well. So I mean, it doesn't fill me with confidence that. Like they have any idea what's going on. They are able to make things work, but I think it'd be all right.
Yeah. I mean, I was really excited to test out Blood Elf and Night Elf exteriors for player housing. They're supposed to be on the beta, and they have not arrived yet.
Not yet, no. And they won't be in the game, obviously, until Midnight goes live.
No.
So, yeah, but I mean, they can appear in the beta.
Because that's going to be my time sink. The instant we get exteriors that look any different from what we have now, that's going to make like such a difference.
I actually don't care.
I'm so excited.
And the reason I don't care is because I've seen what you can do with the outside of a house.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you don't really need there to be any exteriors.
No.
Like, you can make an
make
exterior
your
of the
own.
house look like
For
whatever
sure.
you want.
But I think we've reached that point because we've had the, we've had the alpha and we've had the beta and we've had we know what player housing looks like, and it looks like this one type of house for Alliance and this one type of house for Horde. Like, that's what player housing looks like in our minds, and I think it's going to really like inspire people to see that it's not just that. Like,
Yeah,
suddenly,
totally, yeah.
Suddenly you're going to have these like really dramatically different style exteriors. But yeah, anyway, everything is like being tested and developed and iterated, and we're like privy to that process, which is really cool and really exciting. But also when things get delayed, which is normal, which is like part of that process, we go like, oh, wait a second, it's all going wrong. It's not all going wrong. It's just how it works. But because we're that's visible for us,
Yeah.
It's easier to feel anxious about it.
I really want to read this comment, even though it's not like a super chat. Did time walking last night. Turned off DBM, weak aura, get the fuck out. Damage meters, used current live base UI. I died a lot. I didn't know what was going on 99% of the time. Took so much extra damage. If this is what Blizzard wants, then it's going to be painful, especially for healers when people take way more damage. I would argue, now, I have no doubt that is your experience, but I would argue, Major Van, like, what the fuck do you expect first time you're not using any add-ons? Like, I would argue that even if you just changed all the add-ons that you were using, you know, to a different version of DBM, to a different version of weak auras, but which all did the same things, to a different version of GTFO and to a different damage meter, I would argue that would be the same effect. You'd be like, I don't know what's going on now, just because like everything's changed, right? So it's not the fact that like it's literally got more difficult, it's the fact that it's just different.
Just the whole
like,
thing is changed.
Dude, if you put my group frames from the right hand side to the left hand side,
Oh yeah.
no one's getting healed next dungeon while I get used to it. It's as simple as that. I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And that's just like, it's just a big change, right? And that's the issue, is the change as much as like the functionality, right? I haven't lost any functionality by putting my frames on the other side of the screen, but I've lost like any chance I'm going to heal people because it's just not what I'm used to. It's not where my muscle memory is at. And it's like, and that's just it's the change, which is like a challenge as well. When I did my no add-on challenge, at the beginning of season 1 in War Within, when there were loads less functionality in the UI than there is now, certainly less more than there's going to be in Midnight, then yeah, like the first few dungeons I did were an absolute shit show. They just like I was like, it was like the first time you pick up a violin ever in your life, and you're like, well, I'm never going to be able to play this.
No one is.
I'm never going to be able to do this. This is like hey, what? And like, you know, you practice hard enough and you'll get good, right? And it was the same with me, and I got to the stage where I actually preferred using no add-ons to a large degree as well, with like, you know, just supplementing with the odd add-on here and there. So like I think, and your reaction is perfectly fair and valid, right? But there is a thing where it's a shock of the new and a shock of the change and a shock of changing your muscle memory as much as anything. But sometimes that can be more fun and for the better. And
the
what have you.
challenge is coming from elsewhere now. Right?
Yeah,
There's a new
maybe.
source of challenge.
I think that's even going to a little bit overstated as well.
Yeah, no, of course.
I know a lot of healers talking about healing frames. As someone who has used the base frames for the last 10 years for healing, that's not something I can relate to. I've you know, I uninstalled my healing add-ons and just used the base frames, and that's what I've been doing. And I have to track atonement, some people, right? And I know, I think the only class that probably needs more help on the frames than Discipline Priest does is probably Druid, right? So I get it. They've got a lot of dots they need to track and stuff like that. And I think there will be. It looks like there is some stuff getting changed in that on the beta at the moment as well. But yeah, I think it's there are interesting new challenges. You're right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna feel pretty fresh. Like with that in conjunction with the whole kind of overhaul and player housing, I think it's for a 2 out of 3 expansion arc.
Yeah.
Expansion, like it's a pretty cool thing to happen. Midnight, I think.
There's also a lot of there's a big lack of sympathy, and we're seeing this in the chat here as well. There's a big lack of sympathy for people who are worried about losing their add-ons from a lot of people as well. And I'm like, I think there is a lot of dooming going on at the moment. I think content creators aren't helping that. I think there is a lot of well, exactly. Tell me about it. I think there is like a lot of overreaction and assumptions being made by the community at the moment, and but the thing is, I don't begrudge them that. I do still have sympathy. I think it's reasonable that you're dooming. Honestly, I think you're wrong in a lot of things that you're scared about, but I think it's reasonable that you're dooming about it. I really do. I wouldn't hold that against you, because it is a big change. And like, I'm in this weird place where usually if I think someone's dooming, I'm like, oh, come on, dude, screw up. But in this instance, I'm like, yeah, actually, it's perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
Perfectly reasonable that you're dooming. Completely.
We've got 3 more months of dooming to endure. Oh, it's gonna be a great time for the community.
Yeah, totally. And I think like I think it's gonna be fun. I've enjoyed that. I really enjoyed my no add-on challenge. And also, the other thing is like disabling all of your add-ons and going in raw. You haven't got access to a lot of the UI improvements that are coming with Midnight that will fill some of those holes. And it's like, why do you need to not use add-ons in Midnight? They're add-ons. You won't be able to use weak auras the way you use them now, but just use different add-ons instead.
Loads of them.
Yeah.
I think literally the way information filters through the community and the way different people engage with it on different levels, like there is literally a group of people out there who are like, there are no add-ons in Midnight. Because they heard something and they're like, oh yeah, add-ons are over, right? Maybe people who just like aren't constantly reading Wowhead, they've heard this through the grapevine. It becomes filtered from like, add-ons are being changes, add-on overhauls. So this until it literally becomes there are no add-ons. So that's just the nature of the game, right? Doesn't matter what Ian says, doesn't matter what anyone says. It's just how information is passed down.
Totally.
But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the change.
Yeah, I like it when you go in and you have to change the UI a bit and like all of this as well. So so that's going to be ready for sure. And everything else is in place for the game to be rocking at the moment. I think have you had a chance to test the prey system yet?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No.
I was hoping that
I was kind of hoping you would have, honestly. From what I understand, it's pretty chill, right? Yeah. The Wowhead article that I read was like, oh, it's overtuned because I died. And it's like, Ian said you'd fucking die, dude. Yeah. Yes. I was there. I was at the presentation. He was like, you'll get used to on the harder levels, get used to getting familiar with the graveyards and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was like, so I don't know if it is overtuned if you're dying. I think that's kind of like the idea. But I mean, I'm excited about the prey system. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Cool.
And the new delves and everything like that. So I have got. Now we've got a release date as well. I've got that proper pre-expansion hype.
Oh, it's good because we have the next month, we have kind of the holidays, the Christmas season. We're going to be around, so we're not traveling, well, not for Christmas. So we're going to be here. We're going to have time to hunker down. We're going to do some class guides. Yeah. We're going to do all like that. We have 3 months to kind of get prepped for Midnight, and it feels good. And you got that kind of New Year energy coming in, that like January energy, and then the February, like when the cold and the darkness sets in, and all
midnight.
Midnight, yeah, exactly. When it's like, okay, and still midnight to look forward to, right? So and then right as like spring is kicking off, the beginning of March. Well, not quite spring yet, but the first signs of spring will have Midnight. So I like this timeline. It feels nice. It feels good. I'm looking forward to it.
And there's like very few things that that excite me more and that I appreciate more than like a good lead-in to a new World of Warcraft expansion.
Absolutely.
I love everything about it. I love like all the videos that come out. I love all the content around it. I love like all the things slipping into beta and like all the updates and stuff. I love Kalani making his official World of Warcraft video.
Absolutely.
I love like all the sizzle reels and shit that start coming out. out. I love all of that stuff, and I love like when all the class changes and new systems and stuff come in the pre-patch, and it's like, yeah, it's just so exciting. And we've got the extra step of housing this time as well, so it's like, oh, happy days.
Yeah.
And like I think one of the most exciting things about Midnight, and I think we'll go on to some super chats after this, but like I think one of the most exciting things about Midnight is that it's really kind of continuing the process that started in Dragonflight, and really kicked in The War Within, of like new kind of UIs and systems for just doing like day-to-day quality of life game stuff, right? Warbands, obviously one of the most massive things about any of that. But I think the new transmog system is massive as well.
Oh
I think
my gosh, it's huge.
the new transmog system is so good. And that and housing is like, these are like permanent improvements to the game.
Yeah.
And they're not like little
Change the
permanent
way I
improvements to the
play.
game. Exactly. Like they're huge, fundamental changes.
Yeah.
Like, I know people get annoyed if I mention transmog because people are like, no one cares about transmog, Tanya. It's like, they fucking do,
Yes, they
bitch.
do.
Like, they really do. And the new
Yeah.
transmog system is amazing. I love it so much. Prices notwithstanding.
I love WoW getting all modernized.
Yes.
I love WoW giving me what I want and what makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Like in a quality of life level. Thank you, WoW.
How many transmogs are you going to have?
This is going to change how I do transmogs.
So those who don't know, like the new transmog system, the new transmog UI, go and watch the weekly reset. We'll explain all that. But, you know, as well as having now 50 slots of pre-saved transmogs that you can put in there, and, you know, kind of tweak on an individual basis at any one time as well. You know, you can put the icons for each of those 50 pre-saved slots on your bars and click on them manually to change instantly and without cost, which I just think is wonderful. They're definitely going to take away that swirl. They're definitely going to give you the
there's going to be
option.
a swirl toggle. There's going to be a swirl
There'll be a swirl
toggle.
toggle. There'll be an add-on
in the
that makes a swirl
settings.
toggle at the very least.
No, there will be a swirl toggle
reckon?
in the UI. It's going to be like an accessibility thing. There'll
You
be
can macro them as well. So, but
Does
they.
spells? That's crazy.
But you can't transmog in combat, so you can't have like, I am a warrior and I enrage and my shirt comes off. That would be great.
You could do that just before you enrage.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay.
But you could, for example, if you had like a speed ability, you know, and you weren't in combat and you hit your speed ability, you change into your like red costume that makes you look like the Flash or something.
Just naked with a cloak.
Like that, yeah.
I think all my clothes is gonna go off when I do a disengage and a run
Yeah,
as a hunter.
So you have complete control over like manually doing it. But I mean, for me, the biggest game changer out of any of this is that there's also the option to automatically change into transmogs when you are in certain situations, like being in the open world versus being in a dungeon versus being in a delve versus being in PvP versus being in your house versus like being mounted versus being on a flying mount versus swimming. And, you know, you can see them adding different conditions, you know, over the years as well and stuff like that. So, and the idea that, yeah, when I go into a town, when I go into a capital, I'm in like just street clothes. And then when I go into raid, I'm in like armor and shit.
That's gonna be amazing.
That's just like game changing. And then I go into my house and I'm in my gym jams.
Yeah.
That's just like, for me, and like that sounds like I'm joking. That sounds like I'm kind of like
No, you're
making
not being
it sound like it's
facetious.
having more effect than it is.
You're not
It
being
genuinely is like for me, it's like one of the best things they've ever put in the game. Like, because for me, what it does is it unlocks like all these costumes, all these like sets that I have that I never use.
Same.
Like these very specific sets. So you're like, oh, I'd only obviously wear that if I was riding a dragon. I'd only ever really wear that if I was like swimming underwater and stuff. It's like, you're not going to wear it the rest of the time. Like, all the beach gear, I never use any of the beach gear. Now I'll be able to use the beach gear all the time and like be swapping all the time and stuff like that. And like, I know I bang this drum all the time, but I think one of the biggest applications of it is going to be literally the exact same transmog, but with the helm on and off.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
Pressing a button to take my hat off.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Or just like when I go into combat, my helm is on.
Yeah.
That
'cause
makes sense.
At the moment, I just never have a helm
Same.
on.
I never wear a helm.
Like, and so
Honestly,
all
my
these
head's
sets that I
there.
have, and I never appreciate the helm because it's like, you know, I'm the space marine without his helmet on, right? I'm the colonel, and like.
Can I like switch into like a funky disco outfit when I dance?
I mean, if you want
If I
to
like make
macro it, make a dance macro
Yeah.
and have a funky outfit that you go into. Yeah, absolutely.
And like set off a bunch of toys.
I'm the new the new priest tier set where you're like a Valkyr, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Yeah.
I'm gonna like only have that equipped when I'm rezzing someone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna macro that into rezzing, and I'm just gonna be like that. It's just gonna be like just shit like that. There'll just be funny shit going on.
crazy.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so cool.
It's gonna be. Oh my god. Yeah. It's gonna be so good. So yeah. To answer your question.
That was me explaining the system to people.
Exactly,
Sorry,
exactly. But like to answer your question, like I haven't even considered all of the transmogs I'm going to use because it's like you say, there's so many different situations. And again, once this kicks in, like housing, I'm gonna just sit down and start coming up with all of these scenarios, outfits. You know, I'm going to be in my house and I'm going to be like, I want to wear my cooking gear when I'm cooking, right? And then I'm going to switch, you know, I'm going to turn that into like a macro. I'm going to set up all of my, like maybe for like different mounts, like different types of mounts. Maybe I have like my ground riding mount gear, maybe my flying mount gear. For our peers, obviously it is like a, you know, next level, you know, quality of life change. But for people who like, you know, use transmog, but haven't really tapped into the kind of infinite possibilities of transmog. It's just like housing. It's opening up so many new layers of gameplay.
Yeah.
Which again sounds like an overreaction to transmog, but it's not.
No.
It's a big deal.
I really don't think people are ready for how much housing and the transmog thing is going to like, so particularly housing, obviously, like just change the day to day of World of Warcraft in a great way.
You're going to see people doing things out in the world, like out in Silvermoon. You're going to see someone just like walking around and then mounting on something and turning into like putting on some amazing gear. And you're going to be like, I'm going to want to do that.
Yeah.
You're going to be questing. You're going to be in different situations. You're going to be like in raid. And you're going to be like, I need to set up a transmog for that situation.
Totally.
I love that.
And I know there'll be loads of people who distinguish it and they're like, I can already unequip my helm.
Yeah.
And it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, you can unequip your helm and you're not wearing a helm anymore, or you can bring up your transmog toy and like make your helm invisible that way. But it's like, I'm talking about at the press of a button. Most people can't be bothered like getting their transmog thing up to literally change their transmog via the current transmog system every time for a little thing, just for like a headcanon roleplay purpose. They can't be bothered doing that. I can't be bothered that. What am I going to do? Like get my yak up and get into my diving gear every time I'm about to go swimming for a swimming quest? No, because I have to like get my yak up and change again afterwards.
Why would you bother?
And it's like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
But having that automatic thing or having it just like literally on a button on my bars, so good. So good. I just love it. I just love it. Anyway, let's move on to the because it is
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. You do have
I got some cooking to do.
Yeah.
I have to put
and I got to get this
cookie
tier
in the
set
oven.
video out as well.
You do. So
I did think this was going to be our last podcast until after we got back from Brazil. But of course, people were just like, why don't you do the podcast in Brazil? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess we could, right? Yeah. I guess they do have computers and electricity in Brazil. I guess we could probably get away with it.
Yes, we will. We're going to Brazil on Monday. Right. Let's tap into some of these super chats. Thank you to everyone who sent in a super chat on YouTube today. We see you and we appreciate you. Goldtooth62, thank you so much. I'm thankful that you're doing a podcast. Thanks, Goldtooth. Have an amazing time in Brazil. Thank you. We will. We absolutely will. Oh man, I'm excited. Yeah, it's gonna rain.
And our
now.
kids are excited to hang out with their auntie and uncle for a week as well.
They're losing their minds. They're like, you know, auntie and uncle are we're gonna have a movie night in our gym jams with a popcorn machine. And I was like, oh, what? I was like, okay. You know what? Just don't burn the house down. Like, make sure everyone has all of their limbs when we return.
It is true. Like, he's my younger brother, right? And so, like, I have that older brother thing. But there is that thing of, like, all right, guys, look, I know you don't have kids. And I know you don't own a house. So, like, both of these things I'm very protective of. Be careful with my kids. I know. Be careful with my house.
Careful with my kids and my house. I put a lot of time and money into both of them.
Yeah. I'd be gutted if either gets damaged.
Very expensive. And very expensive to repair. Just yeah.
I can't afford to repair either of them, so just don't.
I literally can't. Like, don't break them. Nova Proudcoat, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. I'm thankful for my favorite YouTubers being on and still producing more content for me to
Hooray! Gobble, gobble.
Also, have you started doing achievements for home decor? We mentioned this a little bit earlier, but yeah, I've started. I've had a look through what I need, and I've kind of come
you've
to
done
terms.
more than me.
I've come to terms with the ones that I'm not going to do, like the BFA ones.
Oh,
like,
the metas and stuff.
Yeah, like I'm not going to do the meta. I'm never going to do the BFA meta.
You get some good shit for the meta. Then.
I know, because I would love to get the Jenny trash mount, but that means I would have to go through and do all the horde stuff, which I haven't.
It's funny, isn't it? Because like I went to Stormsong to buy some decor from like Brendam, right? Brendam, thank you. And like while I was there, it was like, oh, you can get the cool squid fireplace from Shrine of the Storms. Just run through that. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I will then. Yeah. But if someone had just gone, if I was in my house and someone had gone, oh, go and run Shrine of Storms to get the big squid fireplace, I'd be like, I can't be fucked.
Yeah.
It's only because I was there
Literally
already
there. Yeah.
for another thing.
Yeah.
So it's just that weird thing of like just having in your head where stuff is and like kind of doing it when you're doing it. But I'm the same. I haven't planned anything. There's a part of me which is like, oh, I'm going to get loads of mats that I know I'm going to need in advance. Oh, I'm going to get like all these like achievements and I'm going to get them all ready and lined up and stuff like that. I haven't done any of that. And I kind of feel like I'll do it when I get in there and I'll plan my house when I get in there. And now I'm learning just now that people are using like programs and 3D rendering programs to plan like everything they need and build their houses in advance and like
for every piece of like and like have and the counted like the decor limit and everything. It's insane. I love those people. I'm not those people. I don't have time to be those people.
No, I have nothing but love and respect for those people. And jealousy. Incredible. Huge amounts of envy.
Yeah, so good. But yeah, I'm more of a, I want to have my pieces to play with and then I can play with them in my sandbox. Yeah. Like that's kind of, so yeah, so I'm waiting to see. Also, because I know like a lot of the base stuff is really good. Like I have a lot of the, you're going to have the base stuff. There's a lot to work with there.
Yeah.
I already have loads of cool purple, like, Night Elf and Nightborn stuff, so I'm happy. If you like green stuff, play Remix, and you'll be able to buy them.
Are you going to buy all the stuff from Remix?
I am, because...
You're going to regret it if you don't.
Exactly, I will regret it. I will regret it if I don't. So I'm just going to buy it just to have for when I want to have, like, a fell palace.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, cannot wait. Willow Night Song, thank you so much for the super chat. Just a little cool sticker. That's cool.
Cheers, mate. Cool. Thank you.
Cool pair. I dig it. Sean, €5. Thank you so much. Just trying to figure out how to pronounce your name. Hope that's correct. Hi, Teeny. Still great to watch your podcast. I had so much fun on Legion Remix and was wondering if you have bet on the next remix, BFA or Shadowlands.
It's got to be BFA. So I don't think Shadowlands is on the table personally. Or there are lots of collectibles that not many people have because they all quit. So there is that thing of like, well, most people quit in Shadowlands. So there is that thing of like they would quite like to get the collectibles in a remix kind of environment, maybe.
Yeah.
And like maybe they could, as part of the remix, maybe they could replace the jailer with Denathrius, which would make everyone enjoy everything a lot more.
Yeah.
That would be a good bit of remixing.
Like a low cut top.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like, but no, it's got to be BFA. I think the only one that's in the running for the next remix would be WoD. But I don't think people would accept a WoD remix if it didn't have the cut raid in it. Like if the Shatrath raid wasn't in there, then they'd be angry. Like lots of people say they want WoD remix because they assume that they would put the cut raid back in there. But there's no precedent for that level of kind of change or work in a remix. So I mean, I'm not saying they won't do it, but I think BFA is just like such the obvious call. The sets still look modern and high res enough.
They do.
To that, because I think that is an important part of it. There's lots of content in there. Lots of people only did half the content because of the whole Horde Alliance thing. Some really great sets in there.
Yeah.
And loads of different types of content as well. So yeah, I think BFA is the obvious one.
I think I gotta agree with you. Thank you for the super chat.
I think Dragonflight would be a really good one as well, but I think that's
not time for that yet. We're not ready. Earthlam33, thank you so much. Hi, Teeny, long-time listener and first-time super chatter. Thank you. The consensus is that Herondar was originally planned for the War Within 11.2. I think we thought it was going to be in the War Within, right? Feels like it was going to be in there. If that's right, what do you think the fourth Midnight Zone would have been?
Well, I don't think. I guess Midnight was being worked on.
Oh, for sure.
Oh gosh, kind of hard to say. I'm not honestly. I don't know if Blizzard know the answer.
Maybe
to that
there
question.
wouldn't have been a fourth.
Yeah, and I think there is that thing of like, the Harandar zone that we have is probably quite similar to the Rootlands, right? That was maybe supposed to be in the War Within in terms of concept, but I honestly don't think it's as simple. I'm not saying you're saying it is, but I don't think it's as simple as, you know, if the Harandar zone that is here now, this is the zone that would have been in the War Within if they hadn't moved it to Midnight. I think like it's probably kind of unrecognizable from what it would have been had it made an appearance in the War Within. I don't think it would have been anywhere near as big. I don't think it would have been like anywhere near as detailed. You know, I don't think it would have made a very good last zone of an expansion. To be honest, I'm regardless of whether they were doing it because it was of the trilogy or anything like that. I suspect they might have moved it out of War Within even if it wasn't for the trilogy, to be honest, because I just don't think it's a very good final patch zone. It's a great leveling zone. It's got loads of good story. It's the kind of zone you want to go back to throughout an expansion and stuff. But as far as a final patch zone, I think it would be very underwhelming as a concept. And okay, you can like maybe there'd have been stuff that happened in that zone which they're actually saving for the last Titan. Maybe that's a thing as well. But I mean, at that stage, you're thinking so far in advance, like you know. Yeah. So I think it was the right decision to move Harandar from the War Within, whether or not you're talking in terms of a trilogy. I think it would have. I suspect even if War Within was completely a standalone expansion in that sense, probably still would have been the right move to not have it as the final patch zone. If that makes sense, right? Yeah. So, but in terms of what the fourth Midnight zone would have been,
I have no idea.
Yeah, and again, maybe they don't even know. Who knows? I mean, Strathome.
Yeah, maybe like more of a like elaborated on.
Like I mean, there's that thing of like spoilers, and we won't spoil it, but the spoilers are out there that we do know what the first patch zone of the War Within is going to be.
The what?
Of Midnight is going to be.
Oh yes.
You know, it's fairly obvious anyway, just through the questing what it's going to be, and I think there's been like some data mined icons and things which kind of confirm it. Not that you needed it confirmed, but so there is that. Don't mention it in chat if that's okay, guys. I'd rather just keep it spoiler free at the moment. Yeah. So there's that, and you know, I have no idea where the other patch zone in War Within in Midnight is going to be, because the one that we know is coming, I don't think anyone would have predicted. You know, it's so not what people were expecting from Midnight. Yeah. So it's tough. Maybe Koresh. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, it's like it is super interesting to think about. I love like the history of, you know, the creative development of movies and games and things like that. It thrills me to, you know, like look at concept art of Avatar, where Toph is like a big dude, right, and stuff like that. And it's like, no, you made the correct decision. Like, it's usually the correct decision, right? Rule. Yeah.
Next one is up from Trino Neo Knights. Thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Thanksgiving, Teeny. Thoughts on Legion Remix tier ensembles not giving unavailable slots from Legion release? For example, Untaurus Rogue Boots and Druid Belt. They don't have remix item IDs in the data.
Oh, that sucks.
I did not know that, and that sucks.
I didn't know that. Why didn't I know that? I'm supposed to be a WoW news guy. Okay, yeah, no, that. I mean, my thoughts are that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll be like.
Well, especially because like Legion was such a nightmare for that kind of shit. Anyway, like, yeah, you have no idea. Well, I said this on a podcast, actually. I was like, the thing I'm looking forward to mostly with like any of these Legion sets is literally buying the priest sets that I'm missing the boots of. Because I got multiple sets that I'm missing the belt or the boots of, because they dropped from a boss, or you had to go to a vendor to get them. They didn't. They dropped from a world boss, I should say, or like a quest or whatever, rather than like or dropped in the open world rather than in the raids. Like, so I got all the shit I could get in raid, and then there's like I don't have them completed in my sets tab because I'm missing the boots. And actually, after that episode of the podcast, someone sent me the boots by mail,
nice.
which was like, oh, amazing! Saved me 30,000 bronze. Thank you.
That's amazing. Okay,
Yeah,
that's really good.
So like Legion's bad enough for that shit anyway, but then not having them in the Legion remix sets as well, that sucks.
That hurts.
I'm getting a bit panicky about the Legion remix bronze situation.
Me too. Because every time I log on and the clock is ticking, and I'm like,
Yeah. Agreed.
There's not much time left.
No.
And then I'm gonna blow it all on like housing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Exactly. I'm exactly the same.
What am I
I'm
gonna
looking
do?
at all these beautiful Antora sets, and I'm like, they're never going to be mine. I'm never going to get them. Holy shit.
They're gonna kick in like a bronze like accelerator, aren't they? At some point.
They fucking better. And by bronze accelerator, I'm hoping it's like, here's 1 million bronze for logging in.
you're
Go
gonna
wild.
get, like,
Yeah.
Huge. I mean, they did mention there were gonna be bronze increases at the end, but. Right, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to happen. Next from Goken Sun, thank you so much for the super chat. Can't stay because the parade is on. Oh yeah, the Macy's Day Parade.
Is that a big thing?
It is a big thing.
Do people love the Macy's Day Parade?
Balloons, like huge.
I mean, I've
floats.
seen it in like a Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yes, you probably have. Yeah.
So I get it, man. Is it really a big thing though? Do people still go for it?
People always watch it. We
Wow,
always
that's
watch
so
it in our
cool.
house because it was Thanksgiving. You
I'm
just
like
turned
such a
on.
Thanksgiving noob, man.
Yeah, you are.
Like I celebrate Thanksgiving every year, but mostly in this country. I don't like, yeah.
In this house. Well, hope you enjoy, and thank you, Goken-san. Hope you're enjoying the parade. Next one up from Christopher Moniz. Lovely to see you. Thank you for the super chat, friend. Happy Thanksgiving, you too. Any plans for the day? My plan is to just start cooking again the instant this podcast is over. I've prepared my sweet potato casserole.
Oh yes.
Which is really nice. I need to make like the butter pecan topping.
Yes, you do.
That I need to put on there.
That's
and it
very
has
important.
rosemary in it too, just to give it like a little something. I've already prepared my green bean casserole, which also has like shallots and mushrooms in there. But also almond milk is like the base of the sauce in it. It just makes it like super creamy, and it's covered in fried onions, it's just delicious. I'm making some classic vegetables, some like corn and peas. We have some Do I have cranberry sauce? I definitely ordered cranberry.
Fuck?
I ordered cranberry sauce. Okay. I definitely ordered cranberry sauce, so it must be in the house. We have some cranberry sauce. Obviously a turkey. It's just like a big turkey joint. I'm actually not going elbow deep into a turkey today, sadly, gratefully. We've got a big joint of turkey, and then also like a little nut roast for the vegans.
We have two vegans.
There's 2 vegans, so they literally have like the tiniest nut roast. They're getting tons of vegetables. Gonna make some really delicious mashed potatoes as well, and stovetop stuffing. Has to be American stovetop stuffing.
Oh yeah, for
stuffing.
sure.
Stuffing here in the UK is very different. It's delicious. It's not the same. I need the fluffy American stuff. So I am really excited, and I did not have time to make pumpkin pie this year. Because just sourcing, I have some tins of pumpkin, but I didn't get any of the other stuff. So I've just picked up some apple pies.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
People asking in the chat if I'm helping. As a
Absolutely
Brit,
not.
I'm
No,
not
he's not
allowed
allowed.
to help. If I touched any of this food, it would evaporate.
Exactly.
It would disappear. It would just go like curl up and like die.
Yeah. So it's he is not allowed to touch. And so that's it. I'm gonna start, get the turkey out, get it ready to put in the oven, pick up the kids, and then just cook until everyone shows up.
What time are people due to show up?
6-ish.
Okay.
So 5:30, 6-ish. We'll give them drinks and nuts if it's not ready. And something will be ready to eat. I'm really, really super excited.
Well, give me a shout when you need to help move the table, because I will be working on this tier set video. I think I've got to like render it for some reason, and then I need to upload it, and I need to do a thumbnail, but otherwise I'm good.
Sounds good. You can Hoover.
I'm confident it'll be coming out by 5:30.
Oh,
so,
perfect. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
So that's our plan. I hope you guys all have good plans too. Next one is from Rico. Hi Rico, lovely to see you. Hey Tally, hey Evie, cheers and love. Will Evie come to BlizzCon in full Xalatath cosplay? By the way, BlizzCon is ruined if not. You know what? That's a really good question.
For the meet and feet.
The meet and feet.
A joke I've seen a couple of times in the chat today, and I just wanted to get that in there.
How does one feet? I know how you meet, but how do you feet?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that, Evie. You're an expert.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to have like at least like one. Oh my gosh, if we do like Con Before the Storm or something, I could totally show up in some element of cosplay.
Yes, please. I insist all the time.
Yeah. Okay, next one is up from thank you, Rika. Hope you're having a nice time. Next one is up from Aphelion. Lovely to see you. Thank you for the super chat. A lovely serenade. Oh, you got a serenade yesterday, you lucky thing. A lovely serenade yesterday, pals. Happy Thanksgiving from Louisville. Touch AC on Twitch. Oh,
awesome.
lovely.
Good to see you.
Lovely to see you, Touch AC. Really good to see you. Thank you for being serenaded yesterday, for donating, and for your super chat today. Awesome. And Joe, you love making pumpkin pie right now. Here's for a store-bought one. Thank you. If I could buy, if they had a store-bought pumpkin pie, like if it existed here, I would buy it. I would not bother making it. It doesn't exist in this country, so we've settled for apple pie. But
I love apple pie. Nothing more American than apple pie.
Yeah, exactly.
I am thankful for apple pie. I'm thankful to everyone that joined the podcast today. Thank you to everyone who joined in the chat. Thank you to everyone who made a super chat. Thank you to everyone who just lurked, enjoying it.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone who didn't enjoy it as well. You're the real heroes, because the amount of shit you put yourself through to get to the end of this podcast every week is impressive, honestly. Thank you to everyone who joined us live on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you to everyone who subbed during the Twitch broadcast. Sorry we can't like sort of thank you live for it, but we do see them come through as we're broadcasting, so thank you. Thank you to everyone who's watching the VOD on our YouTube channel later, and thank you to everyone who's listening on your preferred podcast listening platforms. We have got 2 videos coming out. No, shit, we've got 3 videos coming out over the weekend.
You lucky
starting today.
It's a Thanksgiving T&E extravaganza.
Exactamundo. And then after those 3 videos, you'll have the podcast coming live from Brazil this time next week as well. Probably not this time next week,
We'll
with time differences and stuff like that. But we'll let you know well in advance. Don't you worry. It'll be excellent.
We'll keep you posted.
And then we'll be back and working over Christmas, which is not something we're used to doing. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Yeah, definitely. To everyone celebrating, to everyone who lives in a proper country who isn't celebrating. From me, Taliesin.
Me, Evitel.
Until next time. Cheerio.
Bye.